I saw the Game Awards and stuff 2 days ago, and at this point, I feel like we're going to be flat out broke and putting up signs saying we're gamers, please give us good games, we'll do anything. Because I have no idea what I saw. I the games that I saw were good and stuff. But when they showed the new Elden Ring game, I was like, "Oh my god, that I want to play that. I want to play that game." And then I decided after the Game Awards and stuff to look into it a little bit more. And I do not like the concept of it. It it changed my mind. It changed my mind tremendously. I don't know whoever decided to make the game like that, what they were thinking. I mean, I read the article and stuff. I want to read the article to you guys, and you know what? I think I really just might read the article because it has to be strange. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna read the article. I'm gonna kind of sum it up because I don't want to make this too long-winded and stuff. That's not my style. Basically, it's going to be like a battle royale roguelike and stuff. So, the bird that we saw in the Game Awards, the little bird that like was like, that's our battle bus. That was the battle bus stuff for us. And I just want to say, what? Who came up with this? And Miyazaki, you know, he put his thumb up and stuff. He said I approve. But I don't think he sat there and listened in the board meeting. I don't think he sat there and he listened in that board meeting. I bet they were like, "Hey, we're gonna make a new game. Do you approve?" It was like, I approve. Um, but everybody else didn't say nothing. They was like, "Don't tell him anything else. We're just gonna make the game and we're gonna make it good." And this is before Sony's acquiring a FromSoft. So I can only imagine what's going to happen after they get acquired by Sony, knowing Sony's track record and stuff like that, especially with Concord. People have bashed Concord and stuff. I'm not bashing Concord. I want to talk about the Game Awards and just the current state of gaming. But Sony's track record and stuff has not been good. That's why I'm kind of like not surprised Astrobot won, but I'm really surprised it won. But I mean, Sony literally tried to sell us a $60 battle royale game that looked terrible, and that's coming from somebody who is a concept artist. I mean, I literally do outfits. I am an illustrator, so their cohesion was terrible. And then they tried to be like, "Oh, this is gonna be the best game." I was like, guys, Guardians of the Galaxy came out like about 10 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. We're kind of past that. I'm talking about we're on Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and they're done with the trilogy. So, you tell me. But I was looking and I saw other than that, I mean the Berserker game looked really great. I I still don't know though. And this is coming from a person who's getting into the gaming space. I am relatively new to it. I couldn't, of course, afford these games. When I was younger, I used to watch YouTubers play it and stuff. But for a person who is spending their money on the games now, who's seeing firsthand what these games can actually like be about, and just how much these developers care about their player base, it has not been good. This is not a good time for gaming right now. The AAA titles, that is, the AAA developers have just been giving us we're gonna give you the most realistic looking battle royale possible. We're trying to be like Fortnite and Overwatch 2. We're trying to do this and we're trying to do that and we're trying to get as much money as possible from you guys. It is so bad on gamers right now, and I feel sick to my stomach. I really do feel like I don't know. I really just feel like I've got hit with poison. It's just not fun at all, and I don't appreciate what they're doing. It's really predatory and it's really bad. I don't like these, but like these battle royales are popping up everywhere. These Fortnite clones are popping up. Concord popped up. Concord popped up, and they try to say that Concord was going to be big and better and for a low price of $60 and stuff with loot boxes and stuff. Like, what? Games like that are supposed to be free starting out. That's how Marvel Rival did it, and it's beautiful. I love Marvel Rival. I can compromise. I'm a type of person to compromise. So I did not, think about it. I mean, I play Marvel Rivals. I don't play Overwatch 2. Who plays Overwatch 2? People who play Overwatch 2 is the people who spend thousands of dollars on their account. Of course, they're going to feel a little bit upset about leaving the game they spent so much money in. I don't know why they need to spend money in that game. Those people don't care about you. Stop trying to think that they care about you. Blizzard does not care about you. Blizzard wants your money. That's why they're going to make another Kiriko skin. And they did with that Avatar, The Last Airbender, of course, collab. They made another Kiriko skin. Kiriko has 23 skins now. Come on, guys, that's enough. I mean, she's been eating pretty good, y'all. She don't even fit into the story with Genji and Hanzo. She ain't supposed to be there. Anyways, but I want to talk about why I believe Astrobot won. And yeah, it's plain and simple. People want fun games. People want fun games. Black Myth Wukong, in all honesty, should have won all across the board. It should have won. That game is graphically beautiful. I love Black Myth Wukong, and I'm going to glaze it. I am all over it. I love Black Myth Wukong. I felt like when I was playing Black Myth Wukong that I was Sun Wukong's descendant himself. I felt like I was him. I felt like I was trying to, of course, get all parts of me so I can revive, of course, the Monkey King himself. I felt amazing playing that game. The game was beautiful. I've never seen a game as far as right now. It's like, from what I know, of course, that matches with the cutscenes. Black Myth Wukong matched with its cutscenes too perfectly. When I see games and stuff like that, they'll have a graphically beautiful cutscene, and then when you're playing the game, it looks absolutely terrible. Black Myth Wukong kept its consistency. You can tell that team put their blood, sweat, and tears into that game, and I feel bad that it lost. I generally do. I can't make this up. I feel bad it lost and stuff. And everybody's like, oh my god, Black Myth Wukong lost to a platformer. But think about this for a second. If you were getting fed slop and slop and slop, but you were given a 5-star chef's meal and stuff, with a cute little smiley face, I would eat that. I would eat that and I would tear it up. I would eat it and tear it up. We were presented with 2 of those meals this year. I feel like, Sony needs to have a wake-up call now that they see that Astrobot has won them the Game of the Year and stuff, and start making games like that. Be fun. I remember when Sony was fun. Sony is not fun anymore. Sony is soulless. I mean, shoot, Xbox is already gone. Xbox is gone. Anybody who has an Xbox is depressed. And I'm not even slandering. We had an Xbox growing up. I mean, Lord have mercy. But yeah, we were depressed. We were depressed. But I mean, Sony needs to step their game up. Sony right now is Sony, the big 3 is doing so terribly, and it's so sad. It's really, really bad. They're doing so bad. They're doing so bad. And I just really want Sony to wake up and be like, we should produce more games like this. We should give these other smaller, of course, teams a chance to thrive now that we see that this game has done something. Do I feel like they're going to do that? I'm not going to speak for the future because the future is not promised to us. So what I'm going to say is, in the now, they should at least, ponder on it, and they should try to go for it. They have the money, they have the resource, and they most definitely have the time, especially since they're going to be acquiring FromSoft. So they most definitely have that time and money to sit there and give to those developers. With that game winning, it should show them that they don't want a Concord. They want something like Astrobot. Black Myth Wukong, like I said though, should have won. That game, they put their sweat and tears in. And I started thinking to myself, what qualifies a game to be Game of the Year? If Black Myth Wukong didn't win and Astrobot won, which is the first time in years that you see a game like that other than It Takes Two, where do you sit there on the spectrum and you're like, well, what should be required for a game to be considered the Game of the Year? I have no idea. I really do need to see what requires it, because Black Myth Wukong was all nice across the board. I get it though, some people want to have fun in their games. They do. I know I do. I took months off Elden Ring because I was getting there. I was like, what am I going to do? I missed my build up. Like, I spent to be honest, I spent my time, of course, getting the Knight and Flame sword because I thought it was the strongest sword and stuff, and I didn't do any more research than I had to. I just like, oh, this sword is cool and stuff. I saw it in the art books, and I wanted to get the sword. And I was like, I missed my build up. What am I going to do now? And I took a break because I felt bad after, of course, I got my couple of big, strong, scary, mutated bosses out the way. So I understand why Black Myth Wukong, of course, it was teetering, but graphically and stuff, it is beautiful. It's stunning. It has a story that is cohesive. It is a one-to-one almost of that old past text. And I understand why people are upset. I'm upset, and that's for me being an Astrobot fan and stuff. So I get it why people are pretty upset about it not winning. I do. I generally do. Because come on, that game is beautiful. And then people are like, but you're only showing cutscenes of the game. Why are you only showing cutscenes of the game? See, that's all you guys have to stand on is people showing cutscenes. No, we're showing the cutscenes because that's how the game is. When you're showing the cutscene and then when you're jumping into the game, it's exactly like the cutscene. It's exactly like the cutscene. There's no quality diminishing and stuff like that. The game doesn't look like 32-bit after they just showed us the most beautifulest, of course, thing possible. And here's the thing about Black Myth Wukong. They had different media in the game. When those cutscenes, of course, were playing and stuff, and you were fighting those different bosses, they had different media in there. I was like, they have different animation for the cutscenes. It should have won. It really should have won. It should have won. It's like somebody was joking on Elon Musk's, of course, social media account. I'm sorry, I meant to say Twitter. They were like, I feel like Sony paid them to put Astrobot on there because it felt like that. Because I was really thinking, I was like, Black Myth Wukong should have won. The story was cohesive, everything felt good, and there was no extra things that you had to pay for. There was no microtransactions. You didn't have to pay, of course, to play early to get something that was going to make you overpowered in the game. You had that option to, but it wasn't required. Come on now. Everybody's in their own world and stuff, especially with Sparking Zero coming out. Sorry, my apologies. Sparking Zero didn't come out. It already came out. It's been out and stuff. With people playing Sparking Zero at the moment, and then you also have people playing Marvel Rivals like myself, I feel like we're kind of in this period where we just want to have fun. And I want to have fun with my games. Games are meant to be fun. When you have some of those games that are challenging, that really, of course, puts those veteran gamers to the test to see what they can do. But I want my games to be fun, and Astrobot shows that people want their games to be fun. But Black Myth Wukong should have won. It should have won, and as a no-brainer, it should have won. And for the people who said that when those people were crying and stuff, how they shouldn't have been crying and get over yourself, if we spent damn near 90 plus hours, like a week, like if we spent that much time on a game, our blood, sweat, and tears into it, restless nights and stuff to make sure that this is perfect, especially when they said that game was probably not going to come out, I'd be crying too. I'd be probably on my knees screaming to the Lord, why me? Especially to the little robot who waves at you and you can bounce him around on your controller. I get it. But I just want to talk about it and stuff. I didn't like anything I saw, especially on Twitter, where they were just like, they were dogging the developers. But I want to say thank you for the love on my last video. I really I don't like those Pokemon resellers. They're really evil and scummy, and it's just getting worse. I just saw a listing for a messed up Pokemon Coliseum game, and they're charging $3,000 for it. So I'm gonna keep laughing all the way with my money in my pocket, not buying that. But I do want to say thank you. I'm especially somebody who came from Twitter, who was just trying to, of course, put my own opinion out there, especially with somebody who draws and stuff and who makes illustrations. And I was just like, Twitter was really toxic, and it was just like, if anybody who's on Twitter and stuff, just don't say anything. Just be one of those ghosts and just scroll. Just scroll, like, keep going. Cause it's bad. And just coming on here to just talk about how I feel about things and being somebody new in the gaming space, I want to tell you guys thank you. I'm not going to make my videos too long-winded. I want to, of course, engage with my following, and I want to engage with the people around me. I see YouTube as a great community and stuff for people to come together and talk about a common interest. And I appreciate all of you. I really do. And I want to say thank you, and I promise you I'm not going to leave you high and dry. Goodbye.